Hi.
Hi. Hello.
We always like to have a prop. We always have a table in front of us, and Paula was making fun of Lori and I because we had the table, and Paula was like, "We are too close to the camera."
Yeah.
Nobody knows the table's
No
there.
one knows the table is here. Move the table for the love.
So we fit a little easier. Like the table. It's legit. And the way I barely fit.
We like what we like, right, Lori? You know what we say.
It's weird not having anything.
I know. I don't even have my security coffee to hold or anything.
Cross your hands. You know.
Yeah, hold my hands. There you go. I
there you
talk
go.
with my hands. So hi, happy Tuesday. So we're gonna give you an update on. You want to start with maintenance?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maintenance has been going great. Everything's been according to plan. Been enjoying myself. Had a cheap meal that was good. I liked it.
Awesome.
Like
It was good. I liked it.
I just feel like I shouldn't brag of all my enjoyment, so I'm trying to downplay it.
Paula got to eat food off protocol, and it was amazing.
And it's just, when I'm on phase one, it's hard sometimes to watch other things go down.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be that person that gets to have a little bit more right now when everyone else is, being so good.
Yes.
And I'm so proud of you guys.
Agreed,
Right.
but at the same time, people need to know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. You can't have a cheat meal every meal, but
Right.
you can have a cheat meal or a
What's
meal.
your cheat meal?
Well, there was two different things. So yesterday, I made brownies.
Oh,
I know.
Nice.
By myself. I mean, Morgan was there to help, but she's been loving chocolate, and for some reason, I decided that I was like, you know what, I'm going to bake brownies. I never bake, ever. They turned out pretty well.
Oh,
Good.
Yeah. But,
And you made memories too, which is
Yes.
part of it,
Yes.
right?
Right.
and they're mainly for Morgan. Yes, I did have a piece, and Morgan did have some too. And but I'm not even tempted anymore. They're just sitting there, and she had multiple. She had some when we made them after they were done, and then after dinner, and I had them when we made them because they were nice and warm. But then after dinner, I could have. It was the same day. I could have maybe done it if I wanted to, but I was like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah,
I already had it.
Good.
yeah.
Yeah. So
And
Right.
what was the other one?
the other one, so I had a burger with the works and the fries and.
Yeah, and all on maintenance, you can do that. You
Right.
can't do it every day.
No.
You can't do it all day. You can't make your whole day crazy. But Paula had two instances, a brownie and a cheeseburger and french fries over the course of a week, and her weight is the same.
It varies ounces, but
Yeah.
my big number, I always go by the big number, whatever that is pretty close to, and there has been variance, right after, the day after, because I do weigh myself every day on maintenance, which I do recommend, just so you know how your body reacts. The day after the burger, I was up to. But you know what? It was fine. I just been back to my normal eating.
That's the key, is she went back to her normal eating. She didn't let that one meal turn into 7 days worth of meals.
And then it came the next day. It was already down 1.5, almost right back to where I was, and then I was back.
There
So
you go.
Right.
so it was, but it's been great.
She's not missing out.
No,
She's good.
Yeah, I'm good.
It's nice when you get to enjoy stuff.
Yeah.
It is, and no
it's
guilt.
Not, yeah,
Right.
no guilt. It's
Yeah.
not going to affect you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you eat the things that make you feel good. My husband actually sent me some little video on LinkedIn. My husband loves being on LinkedIn. And it was talking about how when you eat food, that part of it is you eat things that don't make me feel good. And once you start paying attention, it's not like when we're saying, hey, we don't want you to eat this particular food or that particular food. We're not having you give up foods because, they're quote unquote bad for you. They just might not agree with you. So there are certain foods that I just don't eat on the regular, even on maintenance, because they don't make me feel good anymore.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean they don't taste good, but they may not make me feel good afterwards. So it's a very important distinction. So how about you on phase one?
I am down a pound.
Yay!
Right.
So
Awesome.
Very good.
So what is your total this year?
I am still at 19 because I gained a pound last week, but I lost it this week.
Got it.
So I am
Still
still
19 pounds in
Pretty good.
2.5 months. Don't let her go. It's great.
And we did have this conversation where I want more.
Right. Oh, it's like, right, no matter how much weight you lose, you're like, oh, but it should have been this or it should have been that. It never feels like it's enough while you're losing weight.
Right.
But it is a great thing.
Yeah.
A
And
1
I
pound
feel
week
so
is-
much better than I did at the beginning of the year. So,
Isn't that like a bit, yeah, you forget. And you go back on pictures, like we were talking about that. We were looking at pictures from December, like, ugh.
yeah.
Especially December.
Especially December, man.
yeah,
It was like right before we all
We
No,
all
started.
looked
right, exactly.
puffy.
We were all very puffy. Very, very puffy.
Very puffy.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
So, talking about the scale, on the opposite end, the scale has been the thief of my joy this week. I have been getting on the scale too much. So, I am at a weight that I'm at pre-baby weight, which is amazing. I feel really good and I'm really comfortable, and everything that I have fits, with the caveat that I've been like pregnant for 3 years, so everything I have is really kind of too big. I don't really have like clothes that are in my correct size, but that's beside the point. Everything fits, everything's fine. But I've been weighing myself so frequently that I don't have as much weight to lose as I did 17 pounds ago. So I'm not going to have big 5 pound weeks like I did at the beginning. And so by weighing myself every day, week over week, I'm down exactly a pound. But it feels like in the last 5 days, I've lost 0.2 because I've been weighing myself so frequently that I've been paying attention to it too closely, and it's been making me think that it's not working when it is. So I have to stop weighing myself so frequently. And I'm doing regular phase 1 until the end of this month, and then I'm transitioning into alternates that I can do alternate for the month of April. But I realized this weekend, because I'm like, I feel good, things fit, like, why am I continuing to do phase 1? Even though I haven't reached the weight goal that I had originally set the beginning of January, I'm happy. So why am I still doing this? And that is because in 9 weeks from now, it will be
Memorial Day
weekend. And I will, I'm sure, have the opportunity to be in a bathing suit. Do I want to be in a bathing suit the way I am right now? I mean, I could, but I wouldn't be like super happy about it. So I would like to continue to lose because I'm planning for ahead. Right now, I feel great, but in 9 weeks, I will be happier that I stuck with phase 1 and kept going. So I'm going to stay off the scale. I'm not going to reinvent the wheel, making sure I'm eating enough. I'm still struggling with getting in enough food. I've been better at getting in protein, I will say, since I've been breaking it up. I haven't had as much problem getting in protein, but the vegetables continue to be a pain in my tush. So, and I'm still forgetting to take pictures of my foods, you guys. I'm sorry. We just ate lunch and I didn't even take a picture of my salad. Not that it's changed that much.
And yet made fun of me for sending a picture of mine in.
I did. Because, we were sitting there and I was like, somebody just texted me. It's Lori. Oh, huh. Ta-da.
I posted it. It's on there.
There you go. You're all caught up. So I think that's pretty much it. I don't have anything going on this weekend. I had a couple non-scale victories. One of which was I went to, if you're new around here, I'm like Irish. My husband is like ridiculously Irish. So St. Patrick's Day is like the end all be all of holidays for us. And aside from family reunions, that's a whole another celebration. But we had a St. Patrick's Day. We went to some family, and I managed to make it through the entire party with corned beef and potatoes and pizza and cookies, homemade cookies and store-bought cookies, crackers, cheese, all of it. I did not eat a thing.
Wow.
Good for
That's
you.
hard.
Not a thing.
No green beer either?
No green beer. I had no alcohol. I had 2 bottles of water, and that was it. I had a salad before I went, and I ate some food when I got home, all compliant. And so that was a really big deal for me.
That's a huge win.
That is huge.
Especially because half the time my kids were actually preoccupied with their cousins playing. So I had actual time for like one-on-one adult conversation, which rarely happens. So like I wanted to celebrate with a glass of wine, but I didn't.
Very good.
Very good.
And then I feel like there was something else. Oh, this was the other thing. And it happened on St. Patrick's Day. I already told Lori about this because it was the weirdest like icing situation. So we went to, we dropped Charlie off at preschool, and then James and I went to the grocery store to pick up some appetizers and snacks. And I bought cookies for this party. And so they had these thumbprints. They were Irish, they had orange sprinkles and then green icing. And so James decided he needed a cookie, and we were in the middle of the store. So I was like, I don't care. It's fine. I'm going to buy them anyway. So I gave him a cookie. Well, when he took a bite of it, the icing, like, it was like runny icing. I've never had a thumbprint that had like runny icing.
Oh no,
They're always
me
hard
either.
icing.
Right? So it started to like run, and James won't eat the icing. So I am in the middle of in the grocery store, digging out icing, green icing, and making sure it doesn't get all over him. It's on my finger, and I was this close to just licking my finger because I didn't have anything else. I didn't have the diaper bag with me, nothing. What I did was I dug in my purse and I found an old receipt, and I wiped off the icing on the receipt and then wiped the rest of it on my sweater.
And on your wallet.
And then apparently got it on my wallet and my phone in the process because it's like stained now with this green icing. But I didn't eat it. And it was like, right?
Yeah, that is huge. Especially when you're in the middle of the store and it's dripping off your fingers.
Right? Like it was one of those situations where I was this close and I stopped myself twice to just not lick the icing. So I was really proud of myself for that. So those are two
very good
things that would have been challenging. And I don't know what motivated me not to do it. You know what I mean? People are always like, how did you say no in the moment? And I think it was because I felt so much better. Like I was walking around in clothes that fit. I felt confident. I felt good. And I was like, I don't need the icing. I don't need it. I want it, but I don't need it.
Exactly.
I think that's what, I think that was my mindset in the moment. Because the mom part of me was like, just lick the icing and let's move on.
I'm glad you didn't.
So yeah.
You did very good.
So I was, talk about never being enough. I was like, when I got on the scale this morning and I saw what it said, I was not amused. I was like, I didn't need icing for this crap. I should see more than a pound. So, yeah.
But then again, she's at the very last end of her stretch.
That's
we
it.
all know.
That's it. Yeah. So I still have, technically though, I still have 10 pounds to go before I reach the goal that I set for myself. But it was a lofty goal, as which we talked about back in January. Paula rolled her eyes when I told her my goal, because this is a goal that we've had for like...
Oh, wow.
I gave up. Apparently, I had the same goal 10 years ago. We hit it. We did hit it.
We hit it once.
We had it 10 years ago.
We hit it 10 years ago. It was actually a St. Patrick's Day weekend.
Yes, I have pictures of you girls from that weekend.
Yeah, we did hit it. But this year I was like, I ain't going to go that far.
No. It takes a lot of work to get to that weight. There's some weights that you can just hit and you feel great and you look great and everything's fine. And then you have those other weights where you have to work really hard for a really long period of time. And sometimes it's worth it and sometimes it's not. And right now I'm telling myself it's worth it.
It's
Ask
worth
me
it
again
for
in
her.
6 weeks. I don't know.
Maybe next time I'll change my mind and it'll be worth it. But this time around I was like, I'm going to go with normal. Normally I'm the crazy one too.
I know, right? Look how the turntables have turned.
Yeah.
To quote the great Michael Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. All right. So let us know how your week went. Mm-hmm. If you're weighing yourself every day and you're not on maintenance, stop it.
Agreed.
Stop driving yourself crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Look at it from a week to a week basis consistently. So if you, whatever it is, whether it's at home on the scale, in the morning before you get ready for the day, or if it's once a week with us here at the office, as long as it's consistent week over week, that's the progress that we're looking at. Don't let the little jumps up and jumps down, because just like when you're on maintenance and you have something, the same thing can happen on phase one. You have something that's salty or not salty or whatever, and
or
those
with cabbage.
Yes, we all know how cabbage affects us all.
Yes.
And so the weight increases. And it's a temporary set of circumstances based on what you've eaten the day before. So don't let it derail you from being focused.
And drive your stress hormones up, because that's not doing you any favors either.
Right. Yeah. And focus on the whys, why you're doing this long term. Is it just a number on the scale? Is it just to fit in your pants better? Are you there? So that because we don't want people to cheat, right? You don't want to have this number in your head that you don't really feel like reaching. Like Paula said, she knew what she wanted to do and she cut herself off there. She didn't want to play the yo-yo game where some people have this number on the scale, and even though they feel confident, then they end up cheating and having bites of pizza or bites of cake, those kinds of things. Don't let that sneak in. You want to catch it before that happens.
Right.
So there you go.
Yeah, because you don't want to compromise your muscle mass.
It's exactly it.
We
We
need
don't
that.
want to just make you calorically deficient. We want to unbalance the diet the right way with the right supplements, with the right nutrients, so that we can get off the weight, so you can go back into maintenance and enjoy food again. Some
Right,
part
'cause look
of the
how
time.
happy Paula is.
I am.
It's an off day, you guys. It's been, I mean,
Yeah.
we're gonna have to start taking videos like every day, because I feel like Tuesdays we've just reached like the slap happy portion of the day.
Yeah.
Oh, like there's a problem with that.
We're a fun group. You should come.
We are
come visit
slap
us.
happy.
Slap happy. Yeah, we're an experience.
We are definitely. That's a great way to describe us. We are an
We're an
experience.
experience.
We're an experience.
All right. Well, have a great day, you guys.
Bye.
Bye.